All right, everyone. Welcome to the new episode of Anatomy of a Scam. Ang pag-uusapan po natin sa video na to is divergence. Now, I realize some of you were expecting na pag-uusapan natin dapat today was part 3 ng parabolic theory, no? Kaso nung ginagawa ko kasi yung video na yon, na-realize ko na mas madaling maiintindihan yung trade walkthrough kapag meron na tayong idea of what divergence is and how Senior Spyfrat looks or deals with divergence. So, I decided na magda-diverge din ako, no? Magkakaroon tayo ng konting divergence. Yung part 3 will be moved back by 1 week in lieu of explaining yung divergence really quick lang. Okay? Now, people often ask how we can anticipate the movement of the market. The short answer is we never can. Okay? Huwag nating ipilit lagyan ng certainty ang uncertain na environment. If we could, we'd all be rich. But we can use divergences as a signal to alert us that change might be coming. Keyword is might. Okay? Many traders look to the RSI traditionally for its overbought and oversold levels. While using these levels can be helpful to traders, they often overlook points of divergence that is also embedded in RSI. Divergence is a potent tool that can spot potential market reversals by comparing indicator and market direction. Divergence suggests where ulterior motives may lie. Now, the Chinese have a stratagem called hide the knife in a smile. It simply means to plot your moves in deepest secret and unleash them at speed so there is no chance for reprisals, counterattack, or other ways of defending. In the market, okay, we attempt to do the same and we try to identify this with divergence analysis. Okay? Pero ano nga ba talaga ang divergence? So let's define them really quickly. Okay? Then I'll show you an example and then we'll go to the charts, no? So a bullish divergence occurs when the RSI is making higher lows, meaning it's becoming less bearish, no? While the price action itself is establishing lower lows. The indicator is considered as a more reliable representation of investor sentiment and is indicating that the market is overextended or, quote-unquote, oversold to the downside. Okay? Okay, mag-alala. If hindi masyadong clear yon, we'll go over examples in a bit. I just need to go through the definitions really fast, no? Ang bearish divergence naman, obviously, kabaliktaran. A bearish divergence occurs when price continues to form higher highs, typically in a bull market, while the RSI is forming significantly lower highs, indicating weakness in the trend. The indicator, in this case, is indicating that investors are becoming less bullish and therefore the market is overextending itself or, quote-unquote, overbuying to the upside. Okay? Now, ito yung itsura ng divergence. As you can see on the left side, yung chart kung bearish divergence, we are forming higher highs sa price, and then sa indicators, we are forming lower highs. Okay, it is important to note na ang bearish divergence, yung drawing, parehong sa taas ha. I have seen nasasabihin ng mga tao, oh, higher high sa taas, tapos yung indicator naman sa baba, yung divergence, nasa baba yung drawing, nasa ilalim. Ang bearish divergence, ang drawing po nung trend line or nung linya, parehong nasa taas. Ang bullish divergence, baliktad naman. We are forming lower lows sa price and then higher lows sa indicator. Tapos, ang drawing naman po nun, yung linya kailangan nasa baba ng chart at nasa baba din po ng indicator. Again, I've seen people do it upside down. No? So, ingat tayo sa mga ganon. Okay? Now, meron din pong tinatawag na hidden divergence. Pero hindi po yun ginagamit ni Senior Spyfrat. Okay? So we won't be discussing that in the Anatomy of a Scam series. However, if it's something that you're interested in learning, please do feel free to let me know in the comment section below. And if enough people indicate interest, pwede ko naman ituro yon on a separate video. Okay? Para lang po hindi magulo at nakafocus lang po talaga tayo sa learnings na nakukuha natin from Senior Spyfrat. Now, aside from bearish and bullish divergence, meron din pong quote-unquote Spyfrat special which we call strong divergences or strong divergence. Now, if during the previous price high, the RSI exceeded 70, hence the stock enters into parabolic status, 'di ba? Sabi natin, kapag ang RSI nag-exceed na ng 70, parabolic status na 'yon, whether that's daily parabolic, weekly parabolic, monthly parabolic, or what have you. Then when price sets a new high, meaning nag-pull back, tas nag-new high na naman tayo, tas this time around the RSI does not exceed 70, then that's considered a Petuel bearish divergence or a strong bearish divergence. It's a term coined by Sir Petuel Pumaloy, no? Kaya siya tinawag ni Senior Spyfrat na Petuel bearish divergence. Okay? Pero si Senior Petuel mismo, ang tawag niya is strong bear div or strong bearish divergence. Whatever term you use to call it, it's completely up to you, no? Now, hindi ko sinama sa pag-note dito kasi it includes me, eh. So, okay? And ayaw naman natin to toot our own horn that much, diba? But nung nakita ko kasi to, the first thing that came to mind is, does the opposite also work? Kung merong strong bearish divergence or Petuel bearish divergence na nagli-lead to strong downside moves, meron din bang strong bullish divergence or tinawag before ni Senior Spyfrat na Rafe bullish divergence, which is my previous avatar name, tama ba yun? Nagamit ko sa Discord channel ni Senior Spyfrat, no? Meron din bang strong bullish divergence that could lead to strong bullish moves to the upside? Diba? So we will look at that, both the strong bearish and the strong bullish divergence as we head into the charts now. Magpapakita ako at magpapaliwanag ng examples ng normal divergence, then we'll head into yung strong divergences. Okay? So let's go into the charts. Okay. So, dito sa example na to, ipapakita ko muna ang normal divergence, no? As you can see, I look for the chart na nandun lahat, no? Para isang hatawan lang tayo. Okay? So, unang-una, bullish divergence. Okay? So, bullish divergence, as you can see from here, price has been forming lower lows. Diba? We had a low here, a lower low there. Okay? Pero as you can see dito sa RSI, it was moving higher or it's flat. So if you looked at it by numbers, since dito mas di obvious, no? 43.23 to. Yung dito natin, 43.32. So pataas or flat yung RSI. So when price is moving downward, pero RSI is flat or moving upward, yan po yung tinatawag natin na bullish divergence. Okay? And as you can see, after magkaroon ng bullish divergence, nagkaroon tayo ng up move. Although in this case, hindi ko na itutuloy. Okay? Basta hanggang dito lang alam natin, tumaas siya konti at nag-consa tayo sa area na to. On the flip side, ito naman, nag-form tayo ng higher high. Pero yung RSI natin, nag-form tayo ng high tapos lower high. Okay? E dito, di ko na titignan yung number kasi mas obvious naman yung steepness ng line, di ba? Ito naman ang tinatawag natin na bearish divergence. Okay? Now, bearish divergence, as you can see, price was moving higher. That resulted in a move lower. RSI move lower as well. Kasi, hindi tumuloy ang price before eventually from here, tsaka tayo umangat. Okay? So, again, ito po ang bullish divergence. Alright? At ito naman po ang bearish divergence. Okay? Now, let's move on muna on what type of divergences you can normally not put as much weight on, no? So let's move on to the next example. Now, in this example here, you can clearly see a divergence. Nagpo-form tayo, 'di ba, ng higher highs, and yet dito sa RSI, nagpo-form tayo ng either flats or ng lower highs. But this doesn't matter as much based sa teachings ni Senior Spyfrat kasi nagaganap yung divergences sa loob ng parabolic. Meaning, kung titignan nyo, it all occurred above RSI 70, even these mini ones. Kaya nga drawingan ko na lang ng red na rectangle, no? Kung titignan nyo lahat to, ito, even to, ito, ganap yan lahat sa loob ng parabolic na environment. So kapag ka ganon, mas hindi tinutuunan ng bigat ni Senior Spyfrat yung divergence since nangyayari siya sa parabolic na area. Bakit mas hindi binibigyan ng pansin or mas hindi binibigyan ng bigat? Okay? Ang dahilan po kasi doon is normally kapag ganito na nagpo-form tayo or nagtatry yung price mag-form ng higher highs, divergences typically occur. Ganun po talaga. Hanggang mabasag to the upside yung next, magpo-form po talaga tayo ng divergences as price strives to try and aim for higher. It doesn't always happen, but it's not uncommon either. Kung mag-backtest kayo, tignan nyo yung mga charts, you go back, you look, blah blah blah, mapapansin nyo na madalas mangyari yung ganitong types of situation dahil hindi maiiwasan magkaroon ng divergences kapag nagsisimula na ang price to strive for higher. Ibang usapan kung nasa mataas na talaga. 'Di ba? Pero lalo na kapag banda simula pa lang or sabihin natin banda gitna, hindi na agulat na magkaroon ng divergence habang nasa parabolic na area as price strives to push for higher. Okay, so yung next na papakita natin na examples is mga strong divergences naman. Magsisimula tayo sa Rafe Bullish Divergence or sa strong bullish divergence, no? As you can see from this chart, nag-form tayo ng low dito and then another swing low here. Obvious na lower lows, di ba? Tapos makikita nyo dito sa RSI natin na nag-form tayo ng higher lows. Not just higher lows, yung left side na low natin or yung initial low was below 30. Okay? Meaning nasa 21.96 siya, di ba? Tapos yung upper natin or yung itong lower low na naging higher low dito sa RSI is above 30. In this case, 30.79. Okay? So, pasok po siya do sa parameters for strong bullish divergence. And as you can see, from that bullish divergence, ang kasunod na nangyari is we slowly move to the upside from there and we push higher hanggang umabot tayo ng almost piso, no? Syempre, di ko naman sinasabi na matatrade nyo yan ng buo, ha? Let's be realistic. But you can see how it reversed after natin magkaroon ng strong bullish divergence. Okay? Ngayon, so ito naman po yung example ng Petuel bearish divergence or ng strong bearish divergence, no? As you can see from this chart, nag-form po tayo ng higher high. Pero dito sa RSI, obvious na yung previous high, etong high na to, was above 70. It was at 73.4. Tapos itong new high was below 70. It was at 65.18, no? And as you can see, after po nung strong bearish divergence, price started to go down. And in fact, it went down for quite a while, no? After that. Okay? Now, it's important to note, lalo na sa mga strong divergences, no? But this also applies to normal divergences. Hindi po lahat ng divergence, ibig sabihin, kailangan i-trade nyo agad. Hindi po yung basta nakakita tayo ng divergence, buy, sell. Hindi po ganun. Okay? Ang divergence po nandyan, para lang po paalalahanan tayo na baka, maybe, may reversal na pwedeng maganap. Okay? Hindi po sila harbinger or harbinger. How do you pronounce that? Actually, I always get that. Sabihin na lang natin, hindi sila nagdadala ng salot necessarily. Okay? Hindi po ibig sabihin na porket nakakita kayo ng divergence, tataas or babaksak na yung hawak ninyo. It just means na kailangan maging mas alert tayo at handa kung sakali man mangyari yung ayaw natin or gusto nating mangyari. Okay? This also applies kahit na strong divergences. Yes, mga pinakita ko examples, talagang bumaba. And most of the time, you will see na ganun yung mangyayari. But there will always be instances. Kunwari ito, nag-strong divergences tayo, hindi ba pumitik muna? Pwede nyo sabihin na, sayang, dapat yung pinitik. It doesn't matter. Alam lang natin na it typically leads to results na hindi ganun kaganda. And on the flip side, mga strong bullish divergences usually lead to results na usually medyo okay. Pero it doesn't guarantee na yun yung mangyayari. You still need to abide by whatever system and rules that you choose to implement bago nyo po i-trade yung mga ganitong types of divergences. So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin about divergences. I hope na paliwanag ko naman po ng mabuti, no? And naiintindihan nyo na clearly yung differences between normal divergences and strong divergences and divergences in general, no? Next week, expect nyo po na lalabas na ang part 3 ng parabolic theory natin. But on the flip side, at least this gives you more time to submit your questions para po maibigay ko rin po sila at maipakita kay Senior Spyfrat, no? And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!